From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. It was a devastating weekend in our state with wildfires, and we are still dealing with the smoke from that over the next couple days at least. The heat trending up. We're going to be around the century mark by the end of this work week, and unfortunately no rainfall is coming around to save us over these next 7 days. Now, the worst of the worst air quality is still mostly towards our north. Now, if you get our signal in Connell or Adello, places like that, the air quality is just straight up unhealthy. But Tri-Cities, Yakima points to the south of there. Not looking too bad for now. I think some of that red is going to start to fill in our map a little bit later in the day. Wind gusts, not that big of a factor for now. Could get a little bit gusty later today for the Blue Foothills, especially towards Pendleton. Right now, the temperature's in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Later today, we're going to be in the mid 80s in the Tri-Cities. So in general for today, smoky skies, highs in the low to mid 80s for lower elevations. We'll have a lot more to say about the smoke and especially the fires coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, they came home to find only chimneys standing. Spokane residents are facing unimaginable loss after wildfires destroyed their communities overnight. One man's heartbreaking decision coming up. Plus, a Kennewick family is left homeless after a fire destroyed their home. How the community can help a helping hand to get them back on their feet. And your commute in Yakima is about to change as new traffic signals are being installed on Nob Hill Boulevard and Fair Avenue this week. Overnight closures mean you'll need to find alternative routes. What you need to know today.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning, and thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis, and as we get into this new week, we're going to take one last look at our fire watch with Josh right now. What's the latest you've been tracking, Josh?
Yeah, thanks, Zoe. A lot of the attention this weekend has gone to those Spokane fires, rightfully so, but we had some fires in our neck of the woods as well, so I'm going to catch you up to speed on those. The Red Sky Fire, it started on Saturday evening just atop the Tandem Ridge. It burned right over Tandem Ridge, so it went from Union Gap down to Parker. It's now been stopped at pretty much 4,300 acres, 100% contained now. But that being said, per the Yakima Valley Emergency Management, there still are level 2B set evacuations in place for Union Gap and for Parker. You can find these exact locations posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com, but just know you still have to be packed. You have to be ready to leave ASAP. We're going to jump up from Yakima County up to Kittitas County, the Liberty and Swat Creek fire, which started pretty close to midnight on Saturday night, transitioning into Sunday morning. But this one is 30 acres. It started off of U.S. Highway 97 around milepost 152. Technically a Cle Elum address, but this is between Liberty and that Lauderdale junction at State Route 970. So level 2B set evacuations in place for Lauderdale Lane, Liberty Cafe, Forbes Lane, Shamrock Lane, China Camp Road, Bittersweet Drive have to be packed, have to be ready to leave ASAP. More so precautionary level 1B ready evacuations for the town of Liberty, Burke Road, Ranch Road, Micheletto Road, and Swat Creek Lane. Okay, we'll jump from Kittitas County all the way over to Umatilla County, where we still have the two big fires at this point. Be the Paradise Fire around 1,200 acres, no containment but no evacuations. Then the Hagen Fire had a mixed bag of news with this one over the weekend, as it's now over 35,000 acres. The good news is that containment jumped up to 11%. The bad news is that this is still a very active southern and eastern flank of the fire. And to that point, we saw evacuation expansions on Saturday down towards the south and east. So level 3 go now evacuations now all the way to Oregon 204 in Union County. But on the flip side of this boundary, we saw evacuation downgrades. For more fire coverage, let's send it back to Zoe.
All right, thank you, Josh. Going into where 3 devastating wildfires are burning in Spokane County. And as of late Sunday, no injuries or deaths have been confirmed. But officials say that the scale of the fires means it will take time to fully assess. Reed Binion reports.
This morning I came back and came around the corner and I saw my chimney.
Residents in Washington state returning to utter devastation after wildfires torched communities in Spokane County, leveling homes that held countless memories.
I built that steel thing on top of the chimney in shop when I was a little kid.
Crews are battling 3 major fires in Spokane County. Flames have burned through thousands of acres after the blazes broke out Saturday and spread quickly. Hundreds of structures have been destroyed and tens of thousands of people have been evacuated.
To give you a level of the scope of the evacuations, in that particular area, there are over 14,000 structures.
Firefighters are getting the support of crews from more than a dozen other states and all the way from Australia. And according to Senator Maria Cantwell, Washington state will be prioritized for federal resources because one of the fires, the Autumn Lane fire, is the highest priority blaze in the country right now.
It is the top fire in our nation. That means they are going to give us the resources that we need here on the ground.
That help can't come soon enough. For some residents, the devastation has already been monumental.
I don't ever want to have to relive a fire coming up this hill again. And I've been in Spokane my entire 64 years. I think it's time for me to leave Spokane.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Crews battling the blazes may be aided by more favorable weather conditions starting today, with lighter winds expected, but temperatures are forecast to climb back into the 90s later in the week. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them this morning. Moving over into Kennewick now, 4 Kennewick residents are asking for help after their house burned down earlier this month. Seth Nelson and his mother Glenda are 2 of the residents who live in the home. Nelson says that the 2 recently overcame a battle with homelessness, and with the home now completely uninhabitable, they're being forced back outside until they can find permanent housing.
It feels kind of not, I wouldn't say overwhelming because I've dealt with it before, but I would say kind of determined. You know, I'm determined to get back on my feet quicker. And yeah, I know how to escape it, hopefully.
Seth says he organized a GoFundMe to support him, his mother, and the owner of the house. He says the residents are also accepting donations as well. We turn now over into Yakima, where new traffic signals are coming to Nob Hill Boulevard and Fair Avenue, which will impact overnight traffic for a few days this week. The project should not only include new traffic signals, but also will improve the flow of traffic and the overall intersection. From August 3rd through August 7th, intersections for both road will be closed from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you're commuting, you may have to use detour routes instead, and it is strongly advised to drive slowly through work zones during the day.
I've watched the last 6 months, all of the developments, and it's going to be worth it because those improvements have improved traffic flow down there. They've improved the aesthetics of what's going on in the corner of Nob Hill and Fair. So just be patient. It's going to help with traffic flow, turning lanes, and beautification.
The project is being paid for with federal funds and the city's water mainline replacement fund as well. Over into Pasco, where Grace Collective is expanding its mission with plans to open a new cafe and an ethical marketplace. The local Pasco nonprofit, which helps women rebuild their lives after experiencing exploitation and deep poverty, says that the project was made possible after expanding into a second building. That move will allow production and outreach services to leave its original 2nd Avenue location, which will be transformed into Grace Cafe and the region's first ethical marketplace, creating additional job training opportunities for women while offering products made by survivors from around the world.
Women all over the world make artisan products. They're handmade, and all of those products are meant to help these women rise out of poverty and deep exploitation.
Grace Collective says renovations on its new building are continuing, and once complete, the organization looks forward to welcoming the community to its new cafe and ethical marketplace. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, when we return, a new survey reveals a troubling trend among Gen Z. Most young adults are skipping doctor visits and heading to urgent care instead. We'll explain why that could be a problem. Your time right now is 6:08, taking a live look out into Pasco this morning. As you can see, we are dealing with some very smoky skies this week. Everything on that and more with your weather forecast when we come back here after this.
Here in Central Washington, we believe leaders should stand by their principles. But too often, Republicans campaign as conservatives only to lose their way once they're elected. I'm Jared Sessler, and I've been consistent from the start, which is why you gave me a decisive victory in the last primary. Public service isn't a career ladder. I'm here to serve you. President Trump has worked hard for the American people, but he needs strong allies in Congress. So vote for the conservative we deserve. I'm Jared Sessler. I approve this message, and I'll protect your wallet.
Struggling with heartburn or reflux? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, Dr. Amber Sharon and our experienced team offer Bravo pH testing to help get real answers. This minimally invasive test measures acidity levels in your esophagus using a small wireless capsule. Bravo pH testing can help your provider better understand your symptoms and create a treatment plan tailored to your needs. Ask your provider for a referral to Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center. Call 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities' premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Escape the noise. Step inside Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel, where serenity meets luxury. Indulge in rejuvenating treatments, expert care, and the peaceful reset you've been craving. From soothing body rituals and revitalizing facials to wellness pods and more, Sage Spa is your moment to truly unwind. Treat yourself to the experience you deserve. Book your escape today at Sage Spa, exclusively at Legends Casino Hotel.
At DQ, we're double flipping over our limited time Blizzard Double Flip deal. Buy one Blizzard tree and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
No, that's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor. Savannah bananas, do it big, do it major. Home runs, fun runs, everything's crazy.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal is here.
Should we tell them to stop?
It's bananas. Buy one, get another for just 99 cents. Get it in the DQ app.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our temperatures felt fantastic yesterday. They're going to feel fantastic for today. Not so much towards the end of this week, as we're going to end up being around 100 degrees. So for today in the Yakima Valley, we're going to be in the mid-70s by lunchtime, low 80s for the warmest part of the day, low to mid-80s. And there will be smoky skies out there for sure. Okay, so the highs for lower elevations, low to mid 80s, 85 for the Tri-Cities, 83 in Yakima, 81 for Ellensburg. Will be in the low 80s in general for the Blue Foothills, and then 60s and 70s up in the mountains. But we're going to step up our game, and by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, we'll be between 95 to 100 in the Yakima Valley. That's going to be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, but it's going to be short-lived. I wouldn't necessarily classify this as a heat wave, but a little heat peak right there, and then dropping things off more normal high temperatures by the time we get to this weekend. All right, the UV index will be high for today on a scale from 1 to 11. It'll be a 7. It would probably be a little bit higher if it weren't for the smoke. So one of the very few silver linings with the smoke, but your skin could still burn within 15 to 25 minutes if it's exposed. Make sure it's not exposed by putting on SPF 30 or higher, reapplying every couple hours, spending as much time in the shade as humanly possible. But speaking of the smoke, I'm going to be tracking that smoke plume for you with Futurecast. Also, we'll talk about some fire concerns later in the week. All that coming up in a few minutes.
We turn now over into some health news this morning, where a new survey found most Gen Z adults are foregoing regular doctor appointments, as more than 1 in 4 do not have a primary care provider. And medical experts say skipping care now could lead to future problems. And Maribel Gonzalez breaks down the findings and explains how younger adults can take charge of their health.
More than 1 in 4 young adults don't have a primary care provider, according to a recent national survey by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. And more than half of those Gen Zers who do skipped their last yearly checkups.
building these habits now can really reap dividends for like people as they move forward, like opportunities to discuss ways to become healthier, ways to stay healthy, talking about things like mental health.
Experts say skipping doctor visits in early adulthood could have severe consequences, like missed prevention opportunities for diseases.
Can we prevent heart disease well before it happens? Also thinking about things, can we screen for cancers? There is something to the longitudinal nature of like primary care. If you can get to know someone over the course of several years.
36% of Gen Z respondents ages 18 to 29 said immediate care facilities are their first stop for non-emergency medical care.
Urgent care will look at what's today's problem. Like, how do we get you in and out of here, fix the problem, and send you on your way? Primary care is intended to look at your whole health.
While a lack of insurance contributes to skipped care, researchers say the complexity of navigating the healthcare system also plays a role.
Most adults are still learning about how the healthcare system works piece by piece, sometimes in sort of bad surprises on what doesn't work. But it is a process.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Health officials say that finding a primary care doctor and keeping those checkups isn't just about today, it's an investment in your future. All right, well, when we come back here on Good Morning Northwest, as we start off our work week, will there be any relief in our weather forecast? We are still looking at some smoke, unhealthy air quality, how you can stay safe, and more on what that will entail when we return.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call 1-800-711-9637 or scan the QR code.
It's almost time for Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Thousands will win a bag of Palo popcorn just by matching their ending number. Plus, buy one for just $2.49 with Tuesday-only pricing. Match your entire number, and you'll win other great items, including a Cuisinart electronic can opener. Make sure your favorite Buy Mart is marked as your home store, making it possible for you to win with your entire number. Thousands win every Tuesday on Lucky Number Tuesday, only at Buy Mart, where you just match and win.
Hey, Kevin, let's show them how it's done in Philly.
Yo, you's got it. This new Philly-style bonus Jack combo has grilled peppers and onions, fries, and a drink for only $5.49. Yo, Jack, hook me up with some jibbies.
Family. Get my new Philly Munchie Meal with new jibbies.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Congratulations, Grace. You just won $1,000 for the Tri-Cities Industry Kiwanis Club as part of our Volunteers Count program. STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
During wildfire season, a spark could become an inferno. That's why Apple Valley News Now's First Alert team is always tracking.
Winds, humidity, lightning, even the smallest change can make the biggest difference.
It matters to you, which means it matters to us.
When it comes to wildfires, the First Alert team is on your side for one reason: to keep you safe. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and the First Alert team, on air, in your hand, or online, only on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I'll tell you what, the air quality was pretty good. The skies were pretty blue yesterday. do not bank on the same thing happening for today, as the surface smoke is going to be all over the place. It's going to be wire to wire, region to region, microclimate to microclimate kind of smoke for today. And so that's what we can expect for the start of the work week. By tomorrow, our model, Futurecast Surface Smoke, trying to clear out some of this, but I wouldn't hold your breath, because this really depends on the containment efforts of some of these fires to the north of us. So we'll see how all this shakes out, and the upper level smoke is still going to be fairly thick. I think that this graphic is going to get a lot of mileage this week. So here's what to do during poor air quality. Stay indoors if you can help it. Wear protective masks like the N95 or the KN95. Use clean air filters. Watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation, especially if you suffer from a pre-existing respiratory illness. You can find that graphic posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. You can also access it by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. You know what would save us would be some rainfall. And unfortunately, there's just not going to be a lick of that in the forecast over the next 7 days, as this area of high pressure not going anywhere. At least the overarching pattern is going to stay the same. So that means that precip chances are going to be nada over these next 7 days, which is very unfortunate for many different reasons. But in regards to the fire concerns, we're still going to be, well, we are critically dry for today, level 4 out of 5. I think towards the end of this week, we could be back up towards level 5 out of 5. Now, we're not going with any alert days this week for fire concerns. There's a round of winds for Friday that's looking a little interesting, but we're getting to the point of fire season where a fire could spark up any given day. Do not let your guard down. Here's how to prevent wildfires. I would commit all of these points to memory, and this is something that you can also find posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Smoky with poor air quality through Tuesday at least. Highs around 100 by the end of the work week. Then for Yakima, smoky skies Monday and Tuesday, heating up throughout the week. And then for Ellensburg, a very suspect stretch of winds as we head into the weekend. No alert days or alert days possible for now, but we'll keep a close eye on that as the week progresses. For Hermiston, smoke dropping air quality over the next 48 hours, at least touching 100 on Thursday. And finally for Walla Walla, also contending with poor air quality in the short term and turning up the heat throughout the week.
Still coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, summer is not over yet, but when it comes to deals, school is back in session, and if you do your homework, that equals big savings. Consumer Reports has advice on what to buy now and what may be worth the wait.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Slow down, look around, and let your creative side lead the way. Experience small-town life in Ellensburg, Washington. From crafted coffee and inspiring Main Street stays, to inventive cuisine, local wine, craft beer, locally curated shops, outdoor art, galleries, and the artists who shape this community. Get inspired and plan your creative escape with the Love Local Passport, a curated guide to Ellensburg's best. Download the Passport to plan your stay where creativity lives everywhere at myellensburg.com.
At DQ, we're double flipping over our limited time Blizzard Double Flip deal. Buy one Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
No, that's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor. Savannah bananas, do it big, do it major. Home runs, fun runs, everything's crazy.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal is here.
Should we tell him to stop?
It's bananas. Buy one, get another for just 99 cents. Get it in the DQ app.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Now get 0% APR, $1,000 toward your down payment, a 2-year maintenance plan, and 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles.
Northwest, when August can be a hot month for savings with back-to-school sales and early Labor Day deals just ahead of the fall season. Consumer Reports shows us how to shop smart as we head into the final stretch of the summer.
The lazy days of summer are counting down, and it's almost time to trade a beach bag for a backpack. Consumer Reports says August is one of the best times to stock up on everything from school supplies to dorm essentials and a lot more. But you'll need to shop smart to cash in.
Back-to-school sales will fluctuate throughout this month, so it's important to keep an eye on the items you want and grab them when they're at a low price.
Along with pencils and notebooks, look for discounts on backpacks, children's clothes, and dorm room furnishings. August is also when early Labor Day sales start popping up. That can mean better prices on certain home items.
You'll see discounts especially on large appliances and mattresses. Retailers also have site-wide sales with pretty good discounts on everything else.
Based on Consumer Reports price tracking data, vacuums, grills, and freezers are likely to see lower prices for the holiday weekend. Need to make a big purchase? CR says you may want to wait a month or two.
We tend to see holiday sales start in October. Amazon always has a big sale. Other retailers do as well.
Bottom line, buy school essentials before shelves get picked over. Watch for Labor Day deals on home items. And if you can, hold off on everything else until the very early holiday deals kick off. This is Jamison Herman.
One more tip for parents is to keep an eye out for your students' list of required school supplies, which should be coming in within the next week or so. And that way you can avoid buying things you don't need and avoid the last-minute scramble when popular items start disappearing from the store's shelves. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we return, a shooting in Twin Falls just a week after an In-N-Out open. Plus, local families provide for their family. We'll be right back with more on that when we return.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. And right now, get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Central Plus checking. I got you. Let's fix that. Takeout? Discount.
Discover the magic of Central Plus checking from ICCU. Life's greener here.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. Thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis, and we're going to start this off checking in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Josh, like you were saying yesterday, we saw some good air quality, some light blue skies, but it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that this week.
Yeah, I think that was like a one-day reward because we are going to be very smoky for the next couple days at least. And the heat's going to be coming back. We'll be up around 100 degrees by the end of the work week, and the forecast staying dry. No rain's going to bail us out over these next 7 days. All right, the air quality is very bad to the north of us. Some of this trying to get into Franklin County and far northern Benton County. But for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities, for the Blue Foothills, things looking good for now, but I have a feeling some of that red and orange going to come down our way as the day progresses. Wind gusts not a factor for now. It could be a little bit breezy later today in the Blue Foothills, especially of Umatilla County. And then in terms of the temperatures, a little cool out there for this morning, 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Today in the Yakima Valley, we're going to end up in the low to mid 80s. I'm thinking that in general for lower elevations, low to mid 80s is a pretty safe bet, and we'll have those smoky skies. Hey, speaking of the smoke, fires. Of course, a lot of the attention went up to the Spokane fires, but we had several fires in our own backyard. So let's talk about those. The Red Sky Fire, almost 4,300 acres, 100% contained now. This is the one that started in Union Gap. It burned right over at Tandem Ridge. And even though it is 100% contained, there's still level 2 beset evacuations in place for those little stretches of Union Gap along the northern side of the ridge, and then on the bottom side of that slope down towards Parker. You can find all those precise locations posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. We take you from Yakima County all the way up to Kittitas County, where resources did a great job holding the line on the Liberty Swat Creek fire. This one, it looked early on like this one could get up into the thousands of acreage range, but it's been stopped. It has been stopped, but it's at 30 acres right now. That being said, still some level 2 beset evacuations in place for Lauderdale Lane, Liberty Cafe, Forbes Lane, Shamrock Lane, China Camp Road, and Bittersweet Drive. That's where you have to be packed, have to be ready to leave ASAP. And those level 1 be ready evacuations, more precautionary evacuations, but in place for the whole town of Liberty, Burke Road, Ranch Road, Nicoletto Road, Swat Creek Lane. So again, that's Kittitas County along US 97 between Liberty and that Lauderdale Junction. Okay, now let's move you over to Umatilla County, where we still have the 2 large fires going, the Paradise Fire and the Hagen Fire. Now with the Paradise Fire, this is now officially over 1,000 acres, no containment, but no evacuations. With the Hagen Fire, kind of got a mixed bag of news over the weekend. The good news is that containment went up. It's now at 11% contained. The bad news is that the southern and the eastern flank of the fire is still very active. So that's why we saw expanded evacuations all the way out to Oregon 204 in Union County. But on the flip side of this boundary, we did see some evacuation downgrades. You can find so much more information about all these fires posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. We'll have a lot more to say about these fires coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, thank you, Josh. Turning over into our crime alert, where this morning, new details on the shooting at an In-N-Out burger in Idaho over the weekend. Police say 24-year-old Chad Williams opened fire, killing 3 people and hurting 7 others before taking his own life in Twin Falls, Idaho. 35-year-old Jordan Salinas has been identified as one of the people who shot at Williams and likely distracting him and stopping him from taking more lives. An off-duty police officer also was at the restaurant and also returned fire. At this time, there is no motive known for the shooting, and the Twins Falls In-N-Out has been open for only a week at its location before the shooting occurred. We turn now over into Richland, where 3 Tri-Cities families and a patch of dirt in Richland is the first step toward a place to call home. These local families are getting a path forward through Habitat for Humanity, breaking ground on homes they'll help build side by side. And for months, they've prepared financially and put in hundreds of volunteer hours working on their own homes and their neighbors' homes as well. And for one family, it also means creating a space that better fits their son's needs.
With the housing market, it's crazy right now, and a lot of people, it seems unattainable, but there are other paths out here where you can make these things happen by being a part of your community.
Habitat for Humanity says that the 3 families will spend the next several months helping build all 3 homes, with construction expected to wrap up in about 9 months from now. Organizers say that the goal is to help working families build long-term financial stability through home ownership. And coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, after nearly a decade of planning, a new affordable housing development is now open in Yakima. How Casa de la Mora is already offering support services to help people build stable lives. Your time right now is 6:35. Taking a live look out into Richland this morning. Because of the devastating wildfires in our state recently, we're still looking at some not so good air quality this week. That and more on our high temperatures you can see on this Monday when we return.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And right now, keep the phone you love, and we'll pay it off up to $800 when you switch.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Slow down, look around, feel at home. Kittitas County invites you to experience the heart of small-town life. From sunrise coffee stops and welcoming Main Street stays to scenic trails, family-owned restaurants, local wineries, hometown breweries, handcrafted shops, and more. Plan your small-town getaway with the Love Local Passport, a curated guide to the best of Kittitas County. Download the Passport, plan your stay for a true small-town escape at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com.
Congratulations, Grace. You just won $1,000 for the Tri-Cities Industry Kiwanis Club as part of our Volunteers Count program. STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
The Hayden Holmes Summer Concert Series at the ICCU stage returns August 25th through 29th, featuring country rock hitmaker Brantley Gilbert, multi-platinum rock band Skillet, country favorite Lee Brice, hip-hop icon Ice-T, with the Art of Rap featuring DJ Evil E and DJ Kevy Kev Rockwell, hosted by Mick Benzo and regional Mexican star El Jerry, Gerardo Coronel. Get your tickets today at BentonFranklinFair.com. BentonFranklinFair.com. And join us for the best week of summer, August 25th through 29th.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts and C-Bombs proudly award Cataly a new bike.
Well, this girl does not sit still, so I'm sure she is going to be enjoying her summer with her brand new bike.
To learn more, click on Bikes for Tykes at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
During wildfire season, a spark could become an inferno. That's why Apple Valley News Now's First Alert team is always tracking.
Winds, humidity, lightning, even the smallest change can make the biggest difference.
It matters to you, which means it matters to us.
When it comes to wildfires, the First Alert team is on your side for one reason: to keep you safe. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and the First Alert team, on air, in your hand, or online, only on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Tell you what, yesterday felt fantastic, but later this week, it's going to be more of that summer feel out there. So for today, another day where temperatures aren't going to feel half bad. Mid-70s in the Tri-Cities by lunchtime, the mid-80s for the warmest part of the day. So tell you what, let's take a zone-by-zone tour of this Monday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades, where we're all going to be in the 70s, so feeling very nice there. And then for the Kittitas Valley, 70s and low 80s, a trio of low 80s for Cle Elum, Thorpe, and Ellensburg. And then for the Yakima Valley, mid 80s, 83 for Yakima, 84s for Sunnyside and Grandview. And then for the Lower Columbia Basin, also looking at mid 80s, 85 for the Tri-Cities and for Benton City and for the Hanford site and for Umatilla as well. For the Blue Foothills, mostly low 80s, could be a little bit warmer in Milton Freewater, that microclimate, the valley within the foothill there, but the rest of us going to be sitting around 80 degrees, and then very comfortable up in the Blues, where we'll be in the 60s and 70s. The dominant feature of the weather is going to be the smoke. We'll have more to say about that in just a second, but in regards to the temperatures, yeah, up around 100 degrees for Thursday and Friday in the Tri-Cities. That's only about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, so not too anomalous there. And then we'll be back down to more seasonal stuff by Saturday and Sunday. But the smoke, that is going to be a big deal over the next couple days. We'll time it out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. We turn now over to where a new affordable housing development in Yakima is now welcoming its first residents as Catholic Charities work to address the community's need for more affordable housing. After nearly 8 years of planning and about 18 months of construction, Catholic Charities has completed Casa de la Mora, a 72-unit affordable housing development in central Yakima. The building is now in the leasing phase with about 20 units occupied. Officials say the development provides affordable housing for low-income families, people experiencing or recently exiting homelessness, and young adults aging out of foster care, while also offering on-site support services.
In Yakima, it is a slightly larger metro area, but in terms of quality, affordable housing, that's still at a premium. And in Yakima, I think for affordable rental apartment style housing, that it is very difficult to find.
Catholic Charities says it expects more residents to move in through the summer and early fall as leasing continues. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest when we return, everything you need to know this Monday in your morning sprint when we're right back with that. If you take a look at the sky cam right here, you can see just how smoky the air is. So more on what that means, how you can stay safe, and everything you need to know to feel prepared for this week after this.
Sprint Boat Racing returns to the Yakima Fairgrounds August 15th and 16th. Presented by Pendleton Excavating and Paving. Come feel the roar of 1,500 horsepower motors tearing through hairpin turns and lightning fast straightaways in a race against the clock. You can even meet the racers and see the boats up close. Ticket options include family and VIP packages, pit passes, and shade tents. Get your tickets now at the State Fair Park box office or online at statefairpark.org. We'll see you at the races.
Bottom of the ninth. Intense competition. This is the dream.
Jimmy knows the game's on the line, and he's ready.
I've got this.
What a shot.
Life's better when you're protected under our roof. Because your house
What a game.
is home base for their dreams.
I did it!
Bundle life and save on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Dust Devils Baseball is commemorating 25 years right here in the Tri-Cities, and we're celebrating with our biggest weekend of the summer.
Friday, August 7th, the first 500 fans will receive a bobblehead of Dust Devils alum and decorated Major Leaguer Charlie Blackmon, thanks to Giza Credit Union. Saturday will feature post-game fireworks, thanks to Roto-Rooter, and Sunday, August 9th, will be our first jersey giveaway ever, thanks to Papa Murphy's.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at dustdevilsbaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget? Low maintenance. With no messy grout to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Folks, it's going to be smoky over the next couple days at least. The last half hour we were showing you futurecast surface level smoke. Now I'll show you futurecast upper level smoke. A big old plume is just going to be across our entire region for today and for tonight. Now for tomorrow, this model, at least this particular model run, is suggesting that maybe there could be a little bit of partial clearing for some of us. I think our better chances of seeing some better air quality will be later in the week when the upper level winds are going to shift out of the south and west. But there are some fires that are burning down that way as well. So it all hinges on containment efforts of all the fires. That's why smoke forecasting is so hard in particular. Here's what to do during bouts of poor air quality. Stay indoors if you can help it. Wear a protective mask like the N95 or the KN95. Make sure that your air filters are clean and watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation, especially if you suffer from one of those pre-existing respiratory illnesses. You can find all of this information posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Also, you can access it by downloading our weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. You know what would bail us out would be a nice soaking rainfall. Unfortunately, we're not going to see that at all over the next 7 days as high pressure will continue to dominate our region. So high pressure, when you hear that, think weather that's not very active, at least in terms of precip chances. And yeah, no precip chances in the Yakima Valley or really anywhere in our viewing area over the next 7 days. And that's unfortunate for many reasons, but most of all, our vegetation desperately needs some rainfall as we're critically dry out there for today. And I think later this week we could be extremely dry. Just know we're not going with any alert days because the winds aren't going to be too bad for this week. On Friday, it could get a little bit more interesting, but we're getting to the point of fire season where a fire could start on any given day, regardless of the winds. So here's how to prevent wildfires, and you can find this list posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Smoky with poor air quality through Tuesday, at least highs around 100 by the end of the work week. Then for Yakima, smoky skies Monday and Tuesday, heating up throughout the week. Then for Ellensburg, a very suspect stretch of winds as we head into the weekend. We'll keep a close eye on that for fire concerns. And then for Hermiston, smoke dropping air quality over the next 48 hours, at least touching 100 on Thursday. Finally, for Walla Walla, also contending with poor air quality in the short term and turning up the heat throughout the week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, millions of Americans are living with a food allergy. What if we told you food freedom may be possible?
That's some good stuff.
A once life-threatening dairy allergy nearly killed Julian when he was a little boy. His mom said milk in the air at a coffee shop put him into anaphylactic shock.
As a parent of a child with allergies, you are just constantly anxious, constantly worried.
Whether that's a tiny speck of dairy and cross-contamination or a potato bun that I ate without knowing it had dairy in it. No matter what, I always was violently ill. I had terrible breathing issues, and it'd be hours of pain and suffering.
And coming up at 7 a.m., the experimental treatment with some amazing results that could help. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
I've been thinking, having heart disease and diabetes, it's very scary, right? Because that increases our chances of having a heart attack. And even though we're getting more leafy greens and exercise, our LDL-C, bad cholesterol, is still way too high. We need to ask our doctor about Repatha. Go ahead.
Can we talk about Repatha?
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
So, I have your latest blood work here, and we did it. Your LDL-C came way down.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
Now, the morning sprint.
In your national headlines this morning, some Northern Virginia homeowners are considering whether to sell their homes to a company that wants to build a data center. More than 140 homeowners in this community are debating an offer from a company that plans to bulldoze this area to make way for a data center. Reportedly, the offers to the homeowners are $4 million each. Discussions are underway with neighbors, and all homeowners must agree to the deal for it to go through. Into your business news this morning, American Airlines has updated its return refund policy. Passengers will now be eligible for a full refund if the trip is canceled within 24 hours of booking, as long as the flight is 1 week away. American previously granted full refunds if the departure date was within 2 days of booking. The new policy matches the refund policies from Southwest, JetBlue, and United Airlines. The airline says that the policy went into effect last Wednesday. Into your health headlines this morning, more than 55,000 Marvel-themed products that were sold at theaters have been recalled due to concerns with their batteries. The Captain American popcorn helmet buckets and Fantastic Four cups had LED lights that use button cell and coin batteries, which can be swallowed by children. Customers should stop using them and contact the manufacturer, Golden Link, and the company says they have not received any reports of injuries.
All right, in your fire watch for this morning, obviously big time fires burning up in the Spokane market, but in our market we saw our fair share of fires, starting off with the Red Sky fire that started on Saturday evening. It started in the Union Gap area, then it burned right over at Tandem Ridge down into the Parker area. Go to our Facebook page to see incredible views of it because our sky cam sits right atop Tandem Ridge. So the fire burned right past our sky cam. But anyway, this one is now 100% contained. It got stopped at 4,300 acres. But that being said, per Yakima Valley Emergency Management, still level 2B set evacuations in place for this little stretch of Union Gap on the northern side of a Tandem Ridge, then on the southern side of the ridge down into the Parker area. You can find those exact locations posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Okay, now we take you up to Kittitas County, where this Liberty and Swat Creek fire, it started pretty close to midnight on Saturday night as we transitioned into Sunday morning. It's a miracle that this is only 30 acres right now. It looked like at the very beginning stages of this, it was looking pretty bad. But this started off of US 97 around milepost 152. And there are some level 2B set evacuations in place for Lauderdale Lane, Liberty Cafe, Forbes Lane, Shamrock Lane, China Camp Road, and Bittersweet Drive. Got to be packed, got to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Then those level 1 precautionary be ready evacuations in place for the town of Liberty, Burke Road, Ranch Road, Micheletto Road, and Swat Creek Lane. Also, Blewett Pass, which was closed over the weekend, has reopened. There's going to be a pilot car for speed control there. And it'll take you over to Umatilla County, the Paradise Fire, the Hagen Fire. No evacuations with the Paradise Fire. We're going to gloss over that one for now. The Hagen Fire, good news, bad news with this one, okay? The good news is that containment jumped up to 11% over the weekend. The bad news is that the eastern flank of this fire is still very active, so that's why evacuations were expanded all the way out to Oregon 204 in Union County. You can find more information about all these fires posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. With more info on the Spokane fires, let's send it back to Zoe.
Right, thank you, Josh. Getting into top 5 local here, where Spokane residents are facing unimaginable loss after wildfires destroyed their communities overnight. Crews battling the blazes may be aided by more favorable weather conditions starting today, with lighter winds expected, but temperatures are forecast to climb back into the 90s later this week. Also, Grace Collective is expanding its mission in Pasco with plans to open a new cafe and ethical marketplace. This move will allow production and outreach services to leave its original 2nd Avenue location, which will be transformed into the Grace Cafe and the region's first ethical marketplace, creating additional job training opportunities for women while offering products made by survivors from around the world. The organization looks forward to welcoming the community to this new location. Also, a fire burned down a Kennewick home earlier this month where Seth Nelson and his mother Glenda are 2 of the residents who lived in the home. Nelson says that the 2 recently overcame a battle with homelessness, and with the home now completely uninhabitable, they're being forced back outside until they can find permanent housing. New traffic signals are coming to Nob Hill Boulevard and Fair Avenue, which will impact overnight traffic for a few days this week. The project should not only include new traffic signals, but also will improve the flow of traffic and the overall intersection. From August 3rd through the 7th, intersections for both roads will be closed from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you commute there, you may have to detour routes instead. And it's strongly advised to drive slowly through work zones during the day. Also, August 4th is primary election day, and if you are registered, you should have received a ballot in the mail. Ballots can be dropped off at a nearby drop-box office in person, and accessible voting are available through your county's elections office, and voting will end on August 4th at 8 p.m. And let's take one last look at our weather with Josh. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Zoe. Well, we are seeing some not great air quality, to say the least, to the north of us, but I do think that some of that red and some of that orange, which indicates air quality that's either unhealthy or unhealthy for sensitive groups, I think that could start to drift down our way as the day progresses. We'll see some northerly wind gusts that'll bring that smoke plume closer and closer to us. Speaking of the wind gusts, well, it's not going to be that gusty for today. If you see the contours drifting in from the north, so that's why our air quality we're expecting will be reduced a little bit later in the day. Current temperatures out there 40s and 50s, so a little on the cooler side. I'd say definitely some light jacket weather as you're headed out the front door for this morning. In general for today, the temperatures are going to be nice. We'll have low to mid 80s across the board, at least for lower elevations, but the big story will continue to be the smoky skies. Very thick smoke, very poor air quality. We'll have that for the next couple days at least. Now, later in the week, it looks like upper level winds will shift out of the south and west, so that could provide us some relief from the smoke, but that's a big maybe. It kind of depends on the containment efforts of some of the fires that are burning down in Oregon. We've talked a lot about the Washington fires this morning, but certainly there are still some fires cooking down in southern and central Oregon, so that's going to bear a lot of relevance to our air quality. Then the temperatures going up around the century mark by Thursday and Friday. And what would bail us out of this whole thing would be some rainfall. Can we get it, please? We're not going to get it over the next 7 days.
No rain, unfortunately, Josh. It looks like we're looking at a smoky Monday today.
Yep. Everyone do your rain dances. Say your prayers,
There
too.
you go. All right, well, thank you so much for watching Good Morning Northwest. Please stay safe out there today.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. You can find so much information about all these fires posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Everyone have a great day and a safe day as well.